Hi, I am Elizabeth Castillo from the University of San Diego, here with co-author Angela Titus from the Jacob Center for Neighborhood Innovation to talk about our article, Activating the Power of Place. We wanted to shine a light on two aspects of place-based grant making. First, to share a success story about what the Jacob Center for Neighborhood Innovation is doing and how they have achieved that success.
Well, the article also describes how we move from theory to practice in terms of implementing place-based work. What really happens on the ground as you start to work with residents to redevelop a neighborhood? What are the lessons that you learn, and how do you measure your success? How do you continuously evaluate what you're doing and check in with residents?
One of the key points in the article is that there are so many more types of resources available to a system than just financial. So social capital by building relationships among the neighbors, psychological capital where the owners feel a sense of empowerment and that they have skin in the game, so what happens here matters. Creative capital, both in terms of the vision of this being an innovation district where it becomes a source of creative energy for the greater San Diego region.
I think one of the things that results from an innovation district framework is that in building out the physical spaces where people gather, so for example coffee shops or co-work space, that you create these informal networks where people can be creative together, where ideas collide and new ideas emerge simply from people being in the same physical space.
By keeping resident ownership as a high priority, you create the conditions of caring that sustain and return value immediately for the residents to improve economic conditions, but also generate conditions for success for future generations.
The one thing I would say is to really understand that the work is not static, that things evolve, and you've got to be okay with really continuously measuring your outcomes. Measure the programs you're implementing, measure the things that you hear from residents as what they want to see in their neighborhood. Are you achieving those? Just continually check in, continually measure and evaluate what you're doing. And that's very much part of the process of being successful ultimately.